Hello, STC artists. I just thought I'd take a quick minute to introduce our next project. This next project is a 2-week long project, and you are going to have to post a picture of your work in progress for this week and then your final project next week. So the project is you're going to be making a paper carnival mask based upon a theme of your choosing. In this day and age, masks are such a popular topic right now. The number one thing we're hearing all about is how masks can protect us and keep us safe when we go outside. But I also wanted to kind of take this time to think about the cultural and creative uses of masks in a variety of different cultures. So masks can also be used to scare us at Halloween. They can also be used to hide us if we're going to like a masquerade party or a masquerade ball. And then masks can also be used to inspire us. I have examples of each of these kinds. And in all of these examples, I'm showing you that I tried to stress that we're going to use paper for this project. In the past, I have done this project with clay, but obviously given the present situation, we're going to be forced to use the limited materials that we have at home. Zooming down to the Caribbean, so carnival masks. Carnival masks are incredibly colorful and elaborate and are supposed to express the vibrancy and the colorful nature of life. These masks kind of actually originated in Venetian Italy in the 13th century and then were brought over to the Caribbean and introduced through Catholic missionaries during the colonial era. But each individual culture has adapted these masks to create their own signature style. The traditional Venetian masks were a lot more minimalist, but they were more about masquerading and hiding the identity of the wearer. So both of these are examples of the Venetian style of mask. Zooming over to Central America, the luchador mask. This is a perfect example of both something that's supposed to intimidate, but also express the unique style of the wrestler. In all of these examples, notice they have really bold contrasting colors or analogous colors. And then they also have this really amazing use of symmetry down the middle so that whatever is on one side is reflected perfectly on the other side. The Venetian masks and the Caribbean Carnival masks, they also have balance, symmetry in the eyes, but then sometimes their design is a little more asymmetrical, especially this one here on the right. Whereas this one is kind of a little bit more symmetrical versus asymmetrical. So that is your two kind of choices. If you're not in the mood for either of those kind of things, you're like, I just want to do something funky and crazy, think about maybe some sort of animal theme mask. Well, the owl on the left, and I believe that is like supposed to be a cat, like the Egyptian god whose name I'm blanking on right now. But also just thinking about cats and animals in other cultures, right? The fox mask is very popular in Japanese anime. And then also just animals and cartoon characters in general can be very popular subjects for masks. The goal is for this week that you're working on gathering the materials that you're going to need and that you choose a theme for your mask. By the end of this week, you should have sketched and cut out the shape of your mask from an empty cereal box or cardboard. So with that, I'd like to get into a quick demonstration of how I use simple materials to create the base form for a mask. So in order to work with this, I don't need all this Cheerios logo type stuff. So I'm going to carefully with my scissors come in and cut along the edge. And then on this side as well, I'll come in. Actually, I'll just cut here. And here. So now I have One, two. I have two good pieces of cardboard that I can work with. I can even cut here. So I have this nice piece and this nice piece to work with. So next we're going to start sketching our mask. To sketch your mask, I'm going to just use a pencil. I can, if I want to draw, the whole, if I'm trying to get a whole head shape mask, I can draw the whole oval and use the whole paper on here. Or you could make just a half face mask. So I'm going to use one of these. I'll do an example for the half face mask. So with the half face mask, it's really just kind of like, if this is the top of the head, then I'll just have a mask that kind of goes from one side to the other. Kind of want to have some little flare, and then a little nose hole, and then another. I'm going to actually exaggerate this on the other side to make it go a little more flare-like. When I'm drawing this shape, the thing I'm thinking about is symmetry. If I divide this in half, is this side equal to that side? And right now it's not totally equal, but I'm gonna just do my best to match the one side to the other, and this kind of match. This one and this one. So now I've got a pretty symmetrical shape. I may even kind of change the top of this so that it has a little bit more flare on it. Not totally symmetrical, but it's all good. So now I've got a good outline shape. The last part that I'm going to need to do for this one is just measure out, kind of roughly 1 inch and roughly the same using my pencil. And then I'll do kind of like your standard. Now this eye is that far, so I need to do the same on this side. This eye, one eye is a little bigger than the other, so make this one a little smaller. So that's it for a half mask sketch. For the whole mask sketch, the same thing I might kind of change up the shape a little. I might make it a little bit more zigzaggy instead of an oval. Who says a mask has to be round? My face might be round, but this is going to be kind of a weird geometric mask. And it's a little more asymmetrical. Again, I'll now do that kind of symmetry line down the middle. Symmetry line here, and then this way I know I'm going to put my eyes kind of here and here.
And I don't really need a hole for the nose, and I don't really need a hole for the mouth, because I can build those on. I can cut those later. But I might just kind of sketch in like where they might be, right? So the nose might be kind of here, and the mouth right there. So it's starting to look like a mask, but it's not totally finished. And that is how you sketch your mask. So the next thing to do is to cut it out. So I'm going to come in from the side and